Just doesn't want to get bluffed out by the devilfish, does he, Roy?
He folds up.
10, 9,
I'm gonna
8.
pass. This fish is too small. It's a bigger one.
I'm going to pass. This fish is too small. Give the money to Devilfish Elliott. He had to work for it, but Roy Brindley with an ace-king at no point.
Jesse May, let me tell you, that is the way you play an ace-king. I'm watching boys here folding up ace-king like a broken deck chair, and that is the way you play the hand. It's all in or all out.
So Devilfish Elliott playing his cards to perfection and wresting the chip lead away from Gary Jones, 168,000, and the man from Hull out in front. Gary Jones, Roy Brindley, still well in this hunt with 130,000.
Absolutely, and he must think there's some easy chips on the table to be had.
We are still in the second level of this tournament. Blinds 2 and 4,000. Jason Gray has found two face cards here. And, well, looks like he's going to give it a little popper.
Raised to 12,000.
Sump pump 12,000. Triple the bet.
Playing textbook Hold'em, isn't he? Raising with any playable hand.
The Devilfish would not be. He's actually leading this hand. But the ace's kicker is raggedy. The re-raise is strong. Is really strong.
Pass. Pass.
Well, if Jason sticks his chips in and Devilfish calls, which I can't see happening, it'd be a 36% underdog.
22,000 more on Jason Gray, and he lays them down fast. Give another pot to Devilfish Elliott. Dave Elliott in the black suit, absolutely steamrolling this table in the middle stages.
And he's playing with the passion of an undertaker.
New hand now folded around to the button. Dumovic still finding the wherewithal to smile, and it is a walk around to the Devilfish. Dumovic still has 41,000, Roy. Not out of this tournament by any stretch of the imagination, but the Wisconsin man finding the going very rough.
Obviously used to hitting sets, he didn't get too excited about it, Dave.
The first late night talk I won, there's all screaming in the back room, and you could hear them every time somebody won a point.
Marina spinning the wheel. Gary Jones, 4,000 to call.
Raised to 10,000.
And that is a pretty big raise with a small ace under the gun, Roy. But he's gotten respect all the way around. Bauer not interested. Give the money to Gary. Raise and take it.
Because there's no prizes for second place in this, I'm going to be going out there early, try and play quite aggressively and try and pick up some chips. It's quite a fast format. So if I can get 25, 30,000 in front at the start, I can really start to move my chips. So we'll just have to wait and see how the rest of them adjust to that kind of strategy.
30 hands have passed the door, and Roy the Boy Brindley looking at this chip count. Is it a case of experience showing through? Professional players Elliott and Jones out in front.
Well, it certainly would appear that way. Of course, Jason Gray in third position would also be a player on the major circuit, so to speak. But it's too early to call it. That is for absolute certain. And 232,000 chips Dave Elliott has. If he got his chips in against someone and lost the confrontation, he would certainly go from first to nigh on worse. So it's not over yet, although Adam will now have to get very busy with that button coming past him every 5 hands, and the blinds now at 3,000 and at 6,000.
Yeah, third level, blinds going up, 9,000 around to play. So as you say, Adam Dumovic, who is under the gun right now, going to have to start thinking about getting his chips in.
31.
And Dumovic, one small stack of red, blue, and yellow, only 42,000. Well, I'd like to try and double that up pretty quickly. Cards out now. Dumovic saying, ace me. But he's passed it round. Gray now, who's been very comfortable tonight, but silent of late. Flat calling for the 6,000 and a low ace. And the Devilfish, who's found a bigger ace behind, seeing red here and splashing it in. It is a raise of 20,000, 26,000 total, folded around to Jason Gray, and with an ace-3, Roy, he's given up very quick.
Very strange flat call with an ace-3, you know. Very, very strange. You know, I maintain aces, ace rag aren't hands to flat call with, because if an ace comes on the flop, you're not going to get any more money. And of course, the big probability is an ace won't arrive on the flop.
Jason Gray having a word with the Devilfish. And Dave Elliott, of course, a great player in any situation, Roy, but with a chip lead as a chalk and chips like that, how tough is he to beat?
Oh, he's a tough nut, no question. But at the end of the day, you are as good as your cards. It's how well you play the cards that you receive. And if you have to play bad hands well, that's not as good as getting big hands and playing them badly.
Rather to be lucky, always. And Jason Gray looking for a bit of that luck. That's the third time he's had pocket nines so far tonight. And will stick in 3 reds on the back of them. 15,000 for the 2 red nines. Folded around now. Dumovic in the big blind. It's going to cost him 9,000 to play, and he's not interested. Give the money to the Aussie.
Now, this is certainly the stage where you should show big hands, especially when it's uncontested like that. Show the table, hey, look, I raised. I've got a pair of nines. It's the kind of hand I normally raise with, and, you know, if you dare take on one of my raises, well, I'm going to have a pair of nines or probably better. That is an indelible image. That goes into people's brains. When you show hands that you've raised with, people will respect you. They don't want to, they don't mean to, but it will just go in and it won't come out.
So, Roy, you're a fan of advertising, then, showing the hands when you don't have to.
Yeah, only the big ones, never the small ones.
It'll be Dave Elliott first to speak. Cards are out now, 6,000 to play.
20-minute penalty, that'll do.
And 8-4 is nothing, although we've seen Devil raise with that already tonight. Card's not usually so important to him. Bauer has picked up the 9-4, sticking him in the scrapper. Jones on the button.
Raise to 50.
His cards aren't very good, but he's stuck in 15,000, and here comes Dumovic. All in with a king-jack. The re-raise is not huge.
Gary Jones has made a fatal mistake. He's tried to make a move on a short stack who's always liable to call. And he has to call because he's pot committed. He goes in behind. He's about 7-4 against with his 2 undercards against those 2 overcards.
Gary says, I'm priced in. Odds say I must play. And Adam Dumovic all in, but in a strong position to double through here. He just wants to bar that 6-9 from the board. Ooh, and he hasn't done it. Not yet. Gary Jones ahead in this hand, and Adam Dumovic on the precipice to extinction, but he's got a straight draw, Roy.
Well, he has 6 outs there for the overcards. He has a straight draw as well, so that's another 4 outs. 10 outs, about 40% chance of him catching up.
His heart is pounding. 10 Jack or King will keep him in this tournament. Here comes the turn.
Tension's killing us here.
Oh, that's 2 pair for Gary Jones, and Adam Dumovic, terrible luck, is now drawing very thin to win. Only a 10, Roy.
4 outs at 2.2% apiece. You're looking 8.8% chance of this guy getting out of jail.
Here comes the river. Will it be a 10? It's not. And Adam Dumovic from Wisconsin, back to the land of the green cheese. Dumovic made some good moves tonight, but Roy, to be frank, his cards never cooperated.
No, unfortunately, never at the races. Don't think the guy made too many mistakes. I didn't like one of the earlier folds he made, but that was a fair enough move, wasn't it? He was just damn right unlucky.
Looking at that hand one more time, Gary Jones trailing severely with Dumovic all in, but the 9 on the flop, the 6 on the turn, and 2 pair knocks out the king high.
It was a great learning experience. I mean, just playing with Gary and playing with Devilfish was definitely great.
33 hands. We've lost our 5th place player, and Roy Brindley, Christian Bauer there, the short stack. He's only played 50.